Hey, what's up everybody? How's it going? Hope you're all doing well. So it's 3 a.m. here, and I've decided to shoot a collection update video, which I spoke a little bit about in my last video. And just a good stack of CDs, some black metal, some thrash metal. There's also some records, some death metal and some black metal, and some cassettes, which is thrash metal and death metal. And I thought this would be a great video. Some really cool stuff. In the background, I'll play it a little bit louder here in a second, but this is the Everscathed, the Devil's Cross. I'll go into more detail about how I got this here in a minute, but I'm gonna play this a little bit so you can hear this fantastic EP right here. Death metal, really badass shit. I love the bass tone in that, love the drums, love the vocals in this. Guitar work is killer. But a little story behind this. So a couple of months ago I posted a video of my favorite 2000 to 2010 death metal albums. This was featured in it. This is the Everscathed Razors of Unrest, and so this is a killer fucking album. Vocalist and bass players seen that video, then found me on Instagram, shot me a message, appreciated the shout outs, and talking about their music in a video, asked for my address and sent me some CDs. So that was really freaking cool. That's the first time that's ever happened, and just a really killer album right here. But sent me, this is one of them, so sent me the Devil's Cross EP. This is killer. This song right now is called Foreseen Diabolical Doctrine. Freaking badass. There's also Murder Most Foul, say that, Baphomet's Throne. They do a killer Cancer cover on this freaking awesome thing. Hung, Drawn, and Quartered. And Demon Scored. I just love this EP. The other CDs he sent was this one right here, which I got a chance to listen to it more. I talked about this briefly at the end of my last video. I meant to do this at the beginning of the last video, so trying to play catch up here. So this is Scars to Bear, released in 2015. Listen to this, and Hammers at Dawn was fucking awesome. Cursing My Name was killer, and Wave of Disaster, really killer freaking shit. Killer artwork too, really dig it. And the video I seen, they have this in the coffin with a skeleton, really 80s thrasher film oriented. And this is their last album that was released in 2022, the Everscathed, When the Dark Comes to Life, which my favorite track on this is Let It Rest, which happens to be that video I was speaking about. But The Dark Comes to Life is killer. None Shall Save Us, Terror Takes Its Toll. Just really killer stuff. Really killer stuff. The band's out of Chicago, Illinois, and I just thought I would give a shout out to those guys. I can't remember the guy's name. Frankenstein, W. Frankenstein, vocals and bass. This is a two-man project, it looks like. No, it's three-man 3 guys. I just missed that one man. But anyway, yeah, pretty killer stuff. Thought I'd share it with you guys and spread the love. And there you have it. Also, the package it came in, I'm gonna have to try to cover my address a little bit, but this is cool. Come in this envelope right here, and come with all kinds of goodies as well. Come with this cool ass sticker. Really like that. This is cool. So fuck. This is the first time I've ever had this happen. So I thought this was just neat, and definitely trying to give them a proper shout out right now. That's cool as fuck. Love these stickers. And last one, that's cool as hell too. Freaking sick as fuck. Killer vocals. With this cool ass note, gives their address and all that, but said, Steve, thanks for your support. Enclosed you'll find various stickers along with our 2008 EP, The Devil's Cross, our 3rd album, Scars to Bear, 2015, our newest album, When the Dark Comes to Life, 2022. All the rest of the stuff is sold out and or out of print. Enjoy, man. Crank them up loud, bang your fucking head, hells and cheers. From W. Frankenstein. Killer shit. I thought that I would share that. Just awesome. Anyway, so my collection update. Let's get with the very first one. So I finally picked this up. I don't know, probably about 4 days ago. So I've had time to listen to it and kind of get my thoughts on this. I listened to it right before shooting this video. So KERRY King, From Hell I Shall Rise, or From Hell I Rise. This is pretty damn killer. I'm gonna have to admit, I was really not expecting what I hear in this, but it really reminds me of like an extension of I got some props here. Extension of this album, like a follow-up. So Repentless, of course, Slayer. I'm a huge Slayer fan, by the way. Nobody's noticed. But this album really blew my mind. I really like every song on it. But Where I Reign, that's a cool track. But I think Residue was my favorite one. I love the chorus on that. If you haven't seen this or haven't heard it yet, freaking pick it up. It's a definite must-have. I almost picked it up on vinyl, but I wasn't for sure if I was going to like it, so I just grabbed the CD. I honestly had a chance to grab the cassette as well, because the record store had all 3 formats. But so a little bit about the members in this band. This is really cool. It's kind of like a super group, really. So you have Paul Bostaff from Forbidden, and he also played in Slayer and I believe Testament, I want to say. But drummer on this one right here. So Forbidden, got a little bit of that going on in it. The vocals is Mark Esqueda from Death Angel, and that's what this album really reminds me of. Is like a combination of Repentless and then this record right here, Human Aside. So that was pretty cool. See the artwork a little bit better. Fucking sick ass fuck. I love this fucking record. I just got this probably a couple months ago and then recently showed it finally in a collection update. Love this record too. I thought this Slayer record was really good. I mean, of course, Slayer's not going to sound like they did back in those days. But also, it also has, finish that saying, so they don't sound like they did back then, but I still enjoyed their music. I'll just say that. it's hit and miss on the tracks, but there's some good tracks on every album they've released. So also the guitarist, I believe he's the soloist. I don't think Kerry King is playing those solos. I never thought Kerry King was a great guitar soloist. He just played really cool stuff, just random, like, I guess he just played real fast. Never really constructed a solo, in my opinion, but I think it's Phil Demmel from Violence playing the lead guitars, but I know he's in this band. I know he's in this. So you have Violence, Forbidden, and Death Angel and Slayer all together on one. I'm not sure who the bass player is, to be honest with you. I didn't recognize his name. I didn't look it up either, so that's my bad. But anyway, the freaking songs I loved the most was Residue. I love that. Idle Hands was awesome. Crucifixion was killer. Oh, I loved Everything I Hate About You. That's almost like a hardcore riff. I love that fucking riff. That was badass. Shrapnel was badass. From Hell I Rise. Badass. Badass record on the RPM record label. So if you haven't heard this yet or had your doubts or whatever, definitely look it up. So that part of the collection update, that's a long motherfucker, is up. So finally, I show a cassette. Gate Creeper, I have everything they've ever put out. The record store only had this one cassette, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'll grab it. It's on purple. And I put it in there. I haven't listened to the whole damn thing yet. For some reason, the Nuclear Blast, seems like their cassettes are hit and miss. This one's kind of muddy sounding, so I don't know if that's how the record sounds, recording sounds or whatever. But it sounds a little muddy, so I'm going to try to get the CD and see if that's a little bit better before I talk about this album in great detail. But from what I heard, very first track reminds me of Dismember quite a bit. It's real melodic, and I thought that was great. The Black whatever, I cannot see it, the Black Curtain, that was pretty good track too. And then there was a track after that, kind of sounded like Edge of Sanity a little bit, but Gate Creeper, Dark Superstition, not too bad. I like this one, not too bad at all. Yeah, there's her Cancer cover. In two parts, I can tell already. I'll show the vinyl though. I'll show all the fucking. Another cassette. This was cool to find. At the same place I bought this one. It was actually on top of it, like this. I was like, fuck it, I'm grabbing it. So Exodus, Persona Non Grata on cassette. Comes in this cool slip case. It's the tour edition. This is 11 out of 666. Really love this freaking album. I have it on wax. I don't have the CD, but I have it on wax. Now I have it on cassette. And it's Nuclear Blast. This actually sounded pretty good. It's on this yellow shell. Really dug this cassette version because it just, I don't know, I just love the cassettes. Always have. Look at that. That's freaking wicked as fuck. Pictures of the dudes. I'm glad they're bringing back cassettes because that's the main thing I used to collect back then. But everybody knows about this album. I just thought I'd share this part of my cassette addition to the family of cassettes I have. It's growing bigger and bigger each day. So let's get to the vinyl. So first one up, let's get this pillow out of the way, is I got Pathology. This is the Everlasting Plague, and this is some brutal death metal. But there's a lot of melody in it too, so is it melodic brutal death metal? I don't know. I think that's fucking stupid as fuck. I just said that. But I love the artwork. Kind of reminds me of Exodus Persona Non Grata. I wonder if it's the same artist as that same color scheme. But this album is fucking awesome. This was released in 2021, I believe. And I just saw it in the record store. And I was like, God damn it, I'm gonna fucking grab that motherfucker. I haven't heard it yet. I remember when it came out, there wasn't too many good reviews on it, which I was really surprised. But, you know, Shot in the Dark, it was only $19. I said, fuck it. Picked it up, and you know, to be honest with you, this is on that green. I really do fucking like this album. I love the guitar work in it, the brutality, the slammy parts. The vocals are very deep and guttural. He really doesn't change anything in his vocal delivery throughout the album. Kind of starts out with this kind of I don't know, some kind of you know what, Thralls of Metal, Necrotic Nick said like CSI or something like that intro, and he's spot on. And then it goes into A Pound of Flesh, and that freaking song was brutal as hell. My favorite song on this was A Procession of Mangled Humans. That was good. Viciously Defiled was awesome. As the Entrails Wither, I mean, you could see where this album is going to. It's kind of a like Cannibal Corpse lyric style, but man, I love that artwork. That is fucking killer as shit. But Pathology with Everlasting Plague, loved it. Love this record. Next one up, another one I kind of delayed because of bad reviews again. I gotta stop watching review videos. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but not everybody's going to agree with it. And in this case, it made me put off this album for a while for some damn reason. And saw it in the record store with that Pathology. Actually, they're pretty close together, and I picked them both up. So this is Jungle Rot's A Call to Arms, released in, oh damn, 2022, I think. It's in red, I think it is. But this is some thrashy, old school death metal performed right. I actually really did like this album a lot. A Call to Arms, the opening track. This is well produced. This sounds amazing when you play it. But A Call to Arms is my favorite song, opening track. I like Vengeance and Bloodlust. Maggot Infested was awesome. Death Squad, but my favorite, absolute favorite track on this was Population Suicide. The closing track was just simply fucking unreal and amazing. So Jungle Rot, like some of the reviews I said, just their meat and potatoes death metal. It was on this variant, which is really sick as fuck. And yeah, meat and potatoes death metal sounds. This album is actually really freaking good. So I'm picking up more Jungle Rot. I only have a few CDs, I believe. This is the first one I have ever owned on wax. And Machete. I love that Machete and bullets. But yeah, this is a great album. I love the guitaring in this too. The vocals, you know, in my last video, or another video I showed, what is it, Terror Regime, and I wasn't really impressed with the vocals too much, but they started growing on me. I really like his vocals as well. So this is a great album. Jungle Rot's A Call to Arms. What fucking awesome perfection, in my opinion. And then next one up is another one, same record store. I had a heyday at this record store. I had used CDs I'm going to show as well. But I finally got a copy of Behemoth ROM, which is absolutely a fucking amazing. My black metal collection of Behemoth's work before they went death metal is growing day by day. This is I think this is a back on black. It's just on black wax, but let's see here. I'm pretty sure it's on, yeah, it's on back and black. Or back on black. But this album fucking rules. This comes in with the order forms. But this album rules. Right now, this is one of my favorite black metal albums to go to. I could see this being high on the list. Of course, if you don't know who Behemoth is, they're from Poland. And this album was released, I think in 1996. But I love the Dark Forest. That song is awesome. Spell of Heathendom. I think that's Spellcraft of Heathendom. That was a killer track. Dragon's Lair. Thou Shalt Forever Win. I don't know. This is really cool black metal, real lo-fi, but the production is actually really good as well. I love the vocals on this and all the instruments they use in this. Fucking badass. Behemoth ROM. Fucking killer record. And then, let's see, I'm at 21 minutes. Do I want to show these? I'll save these for another video. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll show them for another video. Anyway, the EP's over, so I ran out of time, I guess. Anyway, hope you like this video. I didn't really think this through too much, but I think I'm going to stick with this version. I felt it went pretty well. So anyway, y'all have a good one. Later.